So I just woke up a minute ago. Right when I get up out of bed, there's a siren outside. And it's like, woo, 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 woo. And it was just like that. It was just that short. And it was in the distance somewhere, like really far away in the distance. It was like a police siren, I think. And it just did that right when I got up out of bed, real quick. And it was like, woo, 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 woo. And that was it. And then I've been seeing people like picking their nose lately. Like I've seen Gang Stalking Simulation talk about it, where people like pick their. I see nose touchers a lot, but I don't think I've really ever seen them like picking their nose like that until recently. I've seen like a few people doing that. Like as they drive by me, they'll just be like digging in their nose. I think I've probably seen it before, but like not as much as I have recently. And then yesterday when I was recording, I see head scratchers all the time. But yesterday when I was recording, there was this lady like covering her face as I was recording. She was like this, and then she like turned it into like a head scratch. Like after she drives by me, she does that. It was like a cover the face head scratch combo. She was like driving by me like this, and then she's like, after she drives by me, and I always did this. She was doing that. So, and I see head scratchers and nose touchers all the time, like when they drive by me or walk in front of me or whatever. Or like the other day, this car pulled off right in front of me, and as they take off, she's doing this. And then that other guy, yesterday's video, was covering his face too. He like had his hood up, and he was like, he's sitting in the driver's seat of that one truck that honked at me. And he was doing that when I pulled up and talked to him. The guy in the passenger seat was talking to me, and the other guy, you can see him, he's just like sitting there like. So I guess he didn't want to be caught honking at me. Sometimes they'll cover their face like they're embarrassed. It's usually like older ladies that cover their face. And then I saw this one stalker yesterday that I don't think I've ever seen her stalking me. But my grandma was telling me the other day, she was like, this person, I don't want to say her name. Let's say her name is Sarah Johnson. My grandma was like, Sarah Johnson says that she agrees with what you say. Because, like, she's talking about my page, Creep Busters. So, like, I don't know what. I should have talked to her. But, like, I don't know what she agrees with what I say. Because, like, I talk about gang stalkers on there sometimes. And I talk about other things. I talk about, like, adrenochrome and, like, Joe Biden and shit. You know, Pizzagate and shit like that. So I don't know what she agrees with me on or what she's talking about. She's like, yeah, Sarah Johnson agrees with you on a lot of things. She was telling me the other day. So like, I don't know what, if she like was trying to say that she agrees with me about the gang stalker stuff or what. I don't know. Cause like I said, I feel like some of them want to do it, some of them don't want to do it. And like they might try to like subliminally tell you things, but they can't really outright say it. So like I don't know. I should have stopped and talked to her yesterday, but I was just like pissed off in like a mood, and I didn't really want to talk to anybody. But anyway, she's walking up with red pants next to me, getting in the car next to me, and she's like giving me this look. Like she looks at me, and then she like looks away, like ashamed. Like she looks like she doesn't want to stalk me, and she looks like she's about to cry or something. As she gets in the car next to me with red pants on. So like I don't know, I should have stopped and said hi to her and whatever, but I don't know. It's like they can't tell you things anyway, so it's like what's the point really? But maybe I should have, I don't know. It was just weird, like she looked really sad and depressed and like she didn't want to stalk me and looked like ashamed and stuff. And sometimes or a lot of times they'll look like that. But then it's hard because it would be like that, and then like the next stalker I see is like mocking me, and they're like, "Whoa!" And it's like hard to like not get mad at all of them. You know what I mean? Because like the next stalker I see is like a piece of shit, but then you know what I mean? Like the one behind him might not want to stalk me, but then I'm flipping them off too because I'm pissed off. I don't really flip them off like that these days, but sometimes I'll, whatever, but sometimes I get in these moods where I'm just really pissed off and I just want to yell at the stalkers and shit, and I try not to, you know, because it's just like, what the fuck are y'all doing? But I really do think that some of them are forced to do it, or a lot of them are. Like a lot of people that I see, they look like that when they drive by me or when they walk in front of me or whatever. Oh, and then there's this guy in this green truck yesterday. I think I recorded him a couple times on the last video. I think he was on there at least one time. But then I kept seeing him after the video. He was in this green truck and he kept sinking on me and just drive, or he was on the video at least one time. He keeps driving up on me, sinking on me, and he's like, oh! And like, he has this really loud truck, and he's like revving his engine right next to me every time he sees me. It's this loud green truck. I've probably seen him a bunch of times before, but like before yesterday. But he kept sinking on me yesterday though. He's just like mocking me every time he drives by me, revving his engine right next to me. Oh, I see a garbage truck and my refrigerator just turned off. I think he was synced with it. So, oh yeah, and then I went to the food bank the other day, and they kept doing the hot cold thing. Like they love to say the words hot or cold or cool or warm. Usually talking about the weather. I see a piglet outside synchronizing. Usually about the weather, they'll be talking about hot or cold. Like it's cold out there, huh? So they did that when I come in the food bank. They're like, it's cold. Are you cold outside? Or something like that. Aren't you cold out there? And then they kept saying it. They kept saying cold a bunch of times, synced up while I was in there. And then like right as I'm leaving, like right as I like put my hand on the door handle or whatever, like right as I'm walking out the door, she's like, stay warm out there. Like they're always doing that, like all the time. Always saying hot and cold sync. In the summertime it's hot, in the winter time it's cold. Or they say stay warm out there, or they say stay cool out there, or whatever. It's usually about the weather. It's not always about the weather. Sometimes it's just whatever they're talking about. But most of the time, 9 times out of 10, they're just talking about the weather. But they're doing it synced up with whatever I'm doing. So I don't know what else sync things to talk about right now. There's a truck outside right now syncing up. I don't know. It was pretty chill night last night. From what I can remember, I woke up in the middle of the night and I don't remember anything happening except my neighbors were probably talking synced or something. Oh, like when I laid down to go to bed one time, my neighbor like comes in the hall, like walks in their apartment, and then there was some sound outside right when they did. I forget what it was, like a car honking or something. The engine sound. I think it was the engine sound. It was like right when they go in the door of their apartment, there's an engine sound outside. It's like. So I'll be back with more sync things